So while I was enjoying the festivities of Christmas, I took a look at my YouTube feed, and it turns out that people are actually surprised that Atlas is a complete shit show. Who'd have thought that could happen? Look at it! They can't even get the game to run right for their fucking trailer, dude!
Well, Atlas is a massive open-world survival MMO for 40,000 concurrent players in the same environment. It's a game about building an armada, claiming territory, forming an empire.
It's a game that does everything. It sucks at everything as well.
We got great feedback from the fans.
You got great feedback of people asking you why the game doesn't fucking work. Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another edition of the Cons Cast. And if you guys have been watching my live streams over on Twitch, then you will know that one of the games that I'm particularly curious about checking out in 2019 is Anthem. And the reasoning behind that is because the gameplay is looking really good. The developers have stated that any microtransaction that takes place in Anthem is going to be cosmetic only, and you will still be able to acquire cosmetic gear by just playing the game itself. You will not be able to purchase power whatsoever. And ever since I kind of stopped playing World of Warcraft because the end game kind of really sucks, I've been wanting to play another MMO type game. I just kind of miss that kind of experience, and there's not a whole lot of them that I really feel like I want to play. So Anthem is definitely something that I've been looking forward to in order to fill that gap, hopefully. Now, naturally, Anthem is being published by EA, and as every game that is published by EA, you're always wondering, okay, so what's the catch? What's the catch with this game? If you're not gonna be able to buy power with real money, if you're not gonna have scummy practices here, then what's the catch? There's always a catch. That's the thing. That's the state that we're in this industry, is that whenever you're excited about something from EA, you have to temper your expectations and basically ask yourself, what is the catch? And up until yesterday, I was actually not aware of what the catch was, because basically the only stuff that I've really been watching is like gameplay footage and trailers and stuff like that. Basically trying to look at the game from a game standpoint. The one thing that I did not think to look at was the actual official website where you go to buy the game. And essentially last night was when I was made aware of the fact that essentially if you have EA Origin Access Premier, or whatever the hell it is, you're going to be able to start playing this game 1 week ahead of everybody else. Now, I've criticized so many publishers on this fact, and I gotta be honest, I never really did like a whole video talking about this. I almost feel like this is something that was slowly introduced into the industry, this whole early access for AAA games. It was like slowly introduced. I think one of the very first titles that I remember having this was actually Guild Wars 2. If I'm not mistaken, if you pre-ordered Guild Wars 2, you were able to actually play it 3 days in advance of everybody else. And pretty much, I almost feel like since then, like every other free-to-play MMO or even like new MMO that comes out, there's like some kind of deal that you can do that allows you to get in a little bit earlier, which, I gotta be honest, if you really look at that, that's a pretty friggin' scummy thing to do. Like, just really think about it. You know that in MMOs, particularly when a new one is launching, one of the first things that people want, they want to be there from the very first second. That's what people want. And basically, these companies have kind of became aware of the fact that, like, hey, we can monetize that. We can basically sell them the time of the game, like early access to this game that we're going to be releasing anyway. And it's such a scummy thing to go ahead and monetize on the desire of someone wanting to play your video game by basically giving them earlier access than anybody else, especially when it comes to MMOs, because when you're talking about MMOs, you know that every minute counts. If you really want to be, you know, the very first one to hit the first boss, if you want to go for world first kills and shit like that, like, every second counts. So anyone that wants to, you know, reach the end of Anthem as fast as possible, because there are people that like to do that stuff, they're going to have to fork over additional money. They're going to have to buy 1 month's worth of this EA Origin Premier Access, whatever the hell. And there's just too many companies doing this now. It's completely insane. Like, if I just start looking back over the past couple of years, I'm pretty sure that Forza Horizon 3 did this. I'm pretty sure that probably 4 did it as well, although I did not play 4, so I cannot confirm. Gears of War 4 did this. Probably every Ubisoft game under the sun has been doing this. I remember that definitely I had all kinds of issues with friggin' Odyssey because of this, because stores would tell me, oh yeah, I can sell you this day one edition. Then I actually friggin' drove there and they wouldn't sell it to me because they were like, oh yeah, this is actually only for people that pre-ordered the game. And I'm just like, God damn, dude. It's like, it's scummy for people that want to get in on the game as early as possible. It's scummy for content creators that, especially content creators that still don't have contacts in the industry. Because like I'm in the Game Changers program for EA. So it's like, I don't think I'm going to have that many problems getting the early access to Anthem. So I don't think this is going to affect me all that much. But what about everybody else? What about a content creator that is maybe just starting out and wants to have access to Anthem? He's going to have to fork over that additional money. Not to mention that content creators that are just starting out are going to be the ones that are going to need money the most. And you're forcing them to basically pay you more in order to be able to give you free publicity. Because make no mistake, like a lot of these practices about this selling early access, it's not just aimed at the public in general. It is actually mostly aimed at up-and-coming content creators. And I think it's disgusting. I think it's a completely disgusting practice. And like, you just should be friggin' ashamed of yourselves at this point. Like, just legit. Like, look at what the hell you're doing. You're basically trying to find every single way, every little itty bitty thing that you can nickel and dime out of someone with your friggin', cosmetic microtransactions, which we've come to accept by now, because it's become the friggin' norm. Some companies actually flat out sell you power. Like I remember Need for Speed also had the early access thing, and on top of the early access thing, you could also buy the, the car cards, whatever the hell they were, that you had to actually upgrade your cars. And then you had Battlefront 2, which, I mean, do we even need to talk about Battlefront 2? I'm pretty sure they also charged for the dumbass early access. And on top of it, you had the whole loot box controversy bullshit that they came up with. It's just such a, why can't you just like make a good game? Because here's the thing, like all these big publishers going out and saying like, oh man, it's not profitable for us to actually just release the full game like we used to do. People don't want games like that. People don't want to play single player games anymore. I'm sorry, what game was Game of the Year at the Video Game Awards this year? Oh wait, it was a single player game. Oh, that had a DLC. Oh no, it didn't have any DLC. I mean, it kind of did, but it was free DLC that they added after the game came out to add additional modes and additional things into the game. So that's kind of weird. It would almost seem like the game that won Game of the Year at the Video Game Awards is the exact opposite of everything that you people are trying to fucking sell us. But you know what the best part is that you keep saying, oh yeah, but people, they just want the multiplayer games bad, and we can't afford to actually give people value. We have to sell them this additional DLC and the early accesses and all of these other. Oh yeah, what did Monster Hunter do? What was Monster Hunter World? That it came out this year in January, which is not a particularly favorable time for the industry, right? Came out in January. And they pretty much supported it with free content. Look at that, free content all throughout the year, giving players free cosmetic DLC. Oh, they didn't even sell you they gave it to us for free, adding new monsters, adding new events constantly to the game for free. Oh, amazing. Isn't that amazing? They didn't feel the need to charge us at all. And come next year, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do an old school style expansion, which nobody does nowadays. Nobody fucking does these anymore. They just want to constantly monetize people. And you can say, oh yeah, but Monster Hunter World also had cosmetic DLC. Yes, it did. But at the same time, it also gave us a bunch of cosmetic DLC for free, and new monsters for free, and cool ass crossovers for free. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't charge anybody for no stupid fucking 1 week early access. That, my friends, is complete bullshit. And the industry should be better than this. And let me tell you something else. By doing that, by delivering their customers with value, Monster Hunter World was single-handedly the most successful video game launch that Capcom has ever had. Think about that. God of War, Game of the Year, which is everything that these companies say that people don't want. Monster Hunter World probably gave us the most value out of any game that I can think of this year, with me clocking in 1,200 hours, and probably tonight I'm going to play some more because there's a new event quest coming up that's probably going to give us some more free cosmetic DLC. It's like, here's what you need to realize at this point. Like, and I'm talking to EA, Activision, fucking everybody in the industry that is going down this road of the nickel and dime, the constant nickel and dime, is that those business models that you're trying to exploit people, they are not sustainable. Just take a look at your fucking stock prices right now. Looks like Mount Everest, but it's not going up. Mount Everest coming down. Someone tumbling down from Mount Everest. Boom, 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 into the ground they go. That's where your stock is headed. So maybe start providing value to your consumers and stop pulling these bullshit stunts. You're gonna sell people early access. Yeah, you're real smart. Keep it up. I can't wait to see where this is going. Now, make no mistake, I'm gonna check out Anthem either way. Because it's a game that I'm curious to check out, and I'm going to be checking it out, despite the fact that I think what they're doing is pretty fucking scummy. I'm going to check it out, and I will give you guys my opinions on it when the game actually comes out, because for all I know, it can be a pretty scummy practice early on in the game, but the game could turn out to be friggin' fantastic. We don't know. We will find out when the game actually releases, but I gotta tell you, it's practices like this that make me feel sick to my stomach about supporting these video games. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one.